From new animations to a detailed breakdown of just how big the weapons overhaul will be, this month's Thursdoid is filled to the brim with exciting new information that you won't want to miss. Starting with these new animations, they've been working on a new system that allows for grappling animations, which is where two entities like a zombie and a player will become connected and synced in an animation together, like getting pulled on or bitten. This allows for what you see here. We can now see our characters dragging bodies around instead of the corpse just disappearing to our inventory until we drop it. This is definitely something that was clearly missing from the game, and I'm glad that they're finally implementing it. There is also this video showing that the new grappling system will allow modders and devs to do things like let you throw a zombie out the window. They also say that there is the potential in the future for them to be able to add things like zombies grabbing and pulling you through windows or even rideable mounts. Now, a very detailed breakdown of everything being changed with the weapons in Build 42. They begin by saying that while the current version of the game has 161 items that can be used as weapons, Build 42 will have over 345. Then, they lay out for us how things will be when the new weapon system is in the game with some bullet points. Blacksmithed weapons will generally be the most durable, but they require the most skill and materials to make. Weapons made in a welding shop will have a more crude look and be of lower quality but still be durable. Of course, weapons made of sticks or broken pieces of metal or bone will be the least durable. When you're making a modification to a weapon like adding nails to a baseball bat, you will typically be sacrificing durability for the ability to inflict more damage. There will be multiple new options to craft and find for each different category of weapon like blunt, small blunt, axes, spears, and short blades. For long blades, however, they will be much more rare and fewer. Spears have been completely rethought and remade. There are a ton of new spears and ways to make them, not to mention the new mechanic of the spearhead breaking off into zombies. The hope for all these options they are giving us is that we will be able to make weapons as we go with all the resources we'll be collecting along the way, with them getting better as we progress. Following that, they show us that there will be various recipe magazines and schematics that we can collect to unlock special crafting recipes. These will be more things that add to the world building, since you'll be finding recipes for things like post-apocalyptic modifications for your weapons in survivor safe houses and so on. From the looks of it, there's going to be all sorts of rare recipes to find, like this one for hollow books that you can hide stuff in. Next, a quick update on the new liquids and liquid mechanics. The new system of course allows for water, gasoline, bleach, alcohol, beverages, and milk to all be mixed together and transferred into different containers for various uses. Recently, they've added in the effects of drunkenness and poison. When you're drunk, there is now a visual effect as well as a delay on your controls, all depending on how much you've consumed. After that, we get a look at the crafting that can be done with animal products. As you can see here, we have a butcher hook, which is where we will slaughter animals and remove their leather or feathers, blood, organs, bones, and meat. The weight of these things will depend on the weight of the animal that was slaughtered. We also have some leatherworking stuff like the softening beam, which lets you scrape off excess flesh from the leather and also choose if you want to keep the fur on or not. Then you can see that there's a tanning bucket for soaking the leather in tan, and the drying rack where it can be put up afterwards to sit for a while. In this photo, you can also see a churn which will allow us to make our own butter from the cows we milk. Next, they show us that we can now pack like items into boxes or even find them this way. This will surely condense down a lot of your loot and be much more convenient. It is also very useful for simple crafting recipes. For example, you can open every can in a box of canned food instead of having to unpack and open each one individually. Finally, two small things to end our blog post this month. First, they show us this photo of a before and after on their polishing of Louisville. And second, they tell us that they want to add more variety to the items in the game, with things like having multiple kinds of generators that all look different and can have different characteristics. This has been set up so that modders can add their own generators and things like that in as well. So that's it for our Project Zomboid news for now. I'll see you all for the next one, and I'll be back soon with more exciting Project Zomboid content.